Did you spend years trying to memorize all 12 English tenses? Here's the surprising truth. You don't need all of them to speak English confidently. If you master just 5 tenses, you can handle most everyday conversations. In this video, I'll teach you those 5 tenses, explain when to use each one, and give you real-life examples you can start using today. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm glad you're here. Now, here's the biggest mistake many English learners make. They try to learn all 12 tenses before they start speaking. But in real conversations, you don't use every tense equally. Some tenses come up again and again, while others are used much less often. So today, we're going to focus on the 5 tenses you'll use the most: simple present, simple past, present continuous, present perfect, simple future. Let's start with the tense you'll probably use more than any other, the simple present. We use the simple present to talk about habits, routines, facts, and things that are generally true. For example, I drink coffee every morning. She works in a hospital. They live in Canada. The sun rises in the east. Notice something? These actions aren't happening right now. They're things that happen regularly or are always true. Now let's look at the structure. For I, you, we, and they, use the base form of the verb. For example, I work, you work, we work, they work. But for he, she, and it, add s or es to the verb. He works, she works. It rains a lot here. This is one of the most common mistakes English learners make. Many people say, she work in a hospital. But the correct sentence is, she works in a hospital. So here's an easy rule to remember. If the subject is he, she, or it, add s or es to the verb. Now, let's do a quick practice. Complete this sentence. She dash to work by bus every day. A. Go, B. Goes. The correct answer is B. Goes. Because the subject is she, we add es to the verb. Simple, right? Now let's move on to the second tense, the simple past tense. We use the simple past to talk about actions that started and finished in the past. For example, I watched a movie last night. She visited her grandparents yesterday. We played football on Sunday. They traveled to Japan last year. All of these actions are finished. Now let's look at the structure. For regular verbs, we usually add ed to the end of the verb. For example, work becomes worked, watch becomes watched, play becomes played. But not all verbs follow this rule. Some verbs are irregular, so they change completely. For example, go becomes went, eat becomes ate, see becomes saw. You'll need to memorize these because they don't follow a rule. Now here's a common mistake. Many learners say, I go to the market yesterday. But the correct sentence is, I went to the market yesterday. Why? Because yesterday tells us the action happened in the past, so we need the past form of the verb. Here's an easy rule to remember. If the action is finished and happened in the past, use the past form of the verb. Complete this sentence. They to the beach last weekend. Is it go or went? The correct answer is B, went. Great. Now let's move on to the present continuous tense. We use the present continuing to talk about actions that are happening right now or around this time. These actions are happening now. Now let's look at the structure. The structure is simple. With I, use am. With he, she, or it, use is. With you, we, or they, use are. Then add ing to the main verb. Many learners say, I watch TV now. But the correct sentence is, I am watching TV now. Why? Because the action is happening right now, we use the present continuous. So here's an easy rule to remember. If the action is happening now, use am, is, or are, plus the verb ending in ing. Now it's your turn. Complete this sentence. Is it plays or is playing? The correct answer is playing. Because the action is happening right now, we use the present continuous tense. Great! Now let's move on to one of the most confusing tenses for English learners, the present perfect tense. We use the present perfect to talk about experiences in your life, or something that happened in the past but affects you now. I have visited Japan. She has finished her homework. We have seen that movie. Now let's look at the structure. Use have with I, you, we, and they. Use has with he, she, and it. Then use the third form of the verb. For example, eat becomes eaten, go becomes gone, and see becomes seen. I have eaten. She has gone. They have visited. Here's a common mistake. I have visited Japan last year. Correct sentence is I visited Japan last year. Why? Because last year is a specific time in the past, so we use the simple past, not the present perfect. If you mention a specific past time, like yesterday, last year, or last week, use the simple past. Now it's your turn. Complete this sentence. Is it have finished or finished? The correct answer is have finished, because the action is connected to the present. Great! Now let's look at the simple future tense. We use the simple future to talk about actions that will happen in the future, after now. For example, I will call you later. She will visit her grandparents next week. We will meet tomorrow. Now let's look at the structure. Just add will before the verb. For example, I will study. She will go. They will eat. Notice that the verb stays the same. It doesn't change. Now it's your turn. Complete this sentence. Is it go or goes? The correct answer is go. After will, the verb stays the same. Awesome. You've now learned the 5 English tenses you'll use the most in everyday conversations. Congratulations! You've just learned the 5 English tenses you'll use most in everyday conversations. Now it's time to practice. In the comments below, write one sentence using any one of these 5 tenses. I'll read your comments and reply to as many as I can. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more simple and practical English lessons every week. And if you want to improve your speaking confidence, watch this video next. Why you understand English but can't speak it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.